This trail is hard, going up and down the entire time.
Good morning, campers. If you've been following along, you know we have been doing a bunch of Moab videos, and this is what I will consider the last of our Moab videos, even though we're about an hour and a half south, but it is the closest town, and we are in the Meadows district of Canyonlands. So that is the third of the 4 districts that we have visited, so definitely go check out our previous videos on Horseshoe Canyon and some of our other Moab videos where we went into the Island in the Sky district. But we are doing the Devil's Pocket hike today, and it should be a pretty fun one, and I am excited to see it.
The Devil's Pocket loop is about a 10.5 mile balloon on a string loop, around 1700 feet of elevation gain, and it is not a very popular hike in the park, but it does share the trailhead with some very popular ones like Chesler Park and Druid Arch. So the first half of the trail you might be running into some people, but after you basically go towards the Devil's Pocket, you should have pretty much the trail to yourself. This trail is hard, going up and down the entire time.
We just entered the Chesler Park area here at Meadows, and I can see why they call it the park, because it's like a playground of really cool rock formations. There is one in particular that's really cool. It looks like an eagle perched up on the rock overlooking the park. It is just super neat.
Let's talk about some really important leave no trace here in the desert. So if you're hiking in the desert, you will see this like black crust here on the side of the trail. And this is where life in the desert begins. So it's really important that we do not trample on that, because we are destroying the life that just starts, and it takes years for the soil to recover. And it is so important that they actually have a little slogan for that. It's "Don't bust the crust."
problem with getting certain shots is we just walked all the way down the trail, like, I mean, like 50 or 60 feet elevation. Now I gotta walk back up there to go get the camera. All right, let's go.
Snack time in Devil's Kitchen. Oh, good.
If you're taking the trail clockwise, about 6 miles in, you get to some campsites, the Devil's Kitchen campsites. And luckily enough, that means there's outhouses. Because if you are doing desert hiking, you're not going to be able to dig a cat hole if nature calls. You're gonna have to pick it up and take it with you with a wag bag. So keep that in mind if you decide to come out this way.
Little lunch break on trail with some squishy, but I'm sure delicious sandwiches. They're really squishy. Oh, I'm eating my hair. Good though. All right, Eric, we've done now 3 amazing day hikes in 3 of the 4 Canyonlands districts. So which hike would you recommend for which hiker?
So if you love a bit of some ancient Native American history and you've got time to make the detour out there and camp at the trailhead, Horseshoe Canyon is an amazing, you know, once in a lifetime type of a hike where you see that good of a gallery of the pictograms, and it's just a beautiful hike too. And it's not too strenuous, like it's not easy, but it's definitely doable and it doesn't take a lot of skill. It's not very technical. Then if you got Syncline Loop for Island in the Sky is the big one. That's a hard hike. That is, I mean, you got to be a bit of an adrenaline junkie type of a person, I think, because the scramble is real.
You got to be ready to die.
So if you want some adventure, it's going to be a gorgeous hike, but very hard. One of the hardest hikes I've ever done. And then I would say here in Needles, doing through the Devil's Kitchen Trail and everything, I think this is just the best way to have solitude. Like, even though Horseshoe Canyon technically as a whole district gets less visitors than Needles, it's all concentrated at the one trailhead right there. Whereas here, there's a couple other trailheads and things to do, so you really have the place to yourself. So I think solitude and great rock formations is what you're gonna get from here in Needles. Whew, good hike.
That was a good hike, but all trails definitely lied to us because it's about a mile longer than what it says, so you're looking at 11.5 miles round trip. But it was awesome.
Great hike.
You have like amazing views the entire time, the coolest rock formations, and then like, you know, sometimes you get like a little bit of a view of the La Salle Mountains, which is just gorgeous. And the moment you get like from the main trail, from the Chesler Park Trail onto like the Devil's Kitchen Trail, you see no one. Like, you feel like you're the only person.
We had her to ourselves, and it's really cool with the little campground that's back there. Like, that'd be a neat place to go camp out. Really pretty area. But yeah, no destination, just gorgeous views the whole way. And you really get a good view of a lot of the park, I think, with seeing like the Chesler Park, the Devil's Kitchen area, and then just the main trail that's like up and down through the canyon. Overall, a great hike, but definitely not easy.
So, but if you made it this far, you know what to do.
Hit that like, hit the subscribe, and that bell for all the updates and notifications for our future adventures. We have a fun winter activity coming up.
I'm super excited for it.
So we'll see you guys then. We can wait for a break. There's a good gust. Maybe right after the gust. For all the notifications and updates on our upcoming adventures, we got some fun Christmas activities planned.
We'll have to redo this because this is going to post after Christmas.
Okay.